Welcome guys on the topic Pannelli Integrativi. So on the Pannelli Integrativi, we are going to watch the animation of the Pannelli Integrativi, the meaning of every sign, okay, of the Pannelli Integrativi. One thing we must know concerning the Pannelli Integrativi, they are all being added with either segnale di obbligo or divieto, even pericolo, to specify or to give it a specific meaning. That is when we talk about Pannelli Integrativi, which are additional signs. Okay, so let's proceed. So, as you can see, they can be added with segnale di divieto, precedenza, or pericolo, or let me say, segnale di obbligo. Okay, so now let's move forward and see the different kinds of Pannelli Integrativi. Thank you, Mr. Mike. So, as we can see here, the Pannelli Integrativi, what are they talking about? The first A and B, which is 0-24, meaning the sign that will have this sign will be valid for 24 hours. The B means the sign that will be attached to the B sign will be valid for 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. When we come to the Pannelli Integrativi with the two arrows, one on the left, one on the right, the R of 380 meters, it means the sign that it will be added to will be valid for the length of 380 meters. The B below with the two arrows, one on the left, one on the right, written 2.8 km, which is 2.8 kilometers, it means the sign will be valid, the sign or the danger with which this sign is positioned with will be valid for 2.8 kilometers. On the right side, we have another A and B, meaning the distance remaining before we get to the actual danger or prohibition position on the road. So as we are about to go through all, we will understand everything. So the first one, which is the A and the B, represent a distance. A distance for what? A distance to get to either a danger or a prohibition. This is what it is. 3.20 meters, representing a distance before you get to the runabout. That is the meaning of this sign. Pannelli Integrativi. So when there are no arrows on the left or on the right side, it represents what? A distance before we get to the danger itself. Is that clear? Estesa or estensione, meaning whatever sign we add to this panel A and B is going to last for 330 meters or 2.8 kilometers. That is estensione. So, an example is this. If anyone, for instance, the 380 meters A is positioned with a divieto sign, it means that prohibition will be valid for 3.80 meters. If it is positioned with the precedence sign, which is dare precedenza nei sensi unici alternati, the dare precedenza nei sensi unici alternati will be valid for the length of the road of 380 meters distance. Okay. The same thing is valid for the 30 the minimum speed limit, which is the 30. So if they add it to any of this sign, it means the length of the road that obligation will be valid on. Simple. That is all that it means. So here it is, 380, meaning the road with potholes will be valid for 380 meters. If it is positioned with 2.8 kilometers, it means the road with potholes will be lasting for 2.8 kilometers. Is that clear for everyone? It's very simple. So you see, here is saying concerning a curve, which is a double curve, meaning the double curve is what? Available, is going to continue for what? For the length of 2.8 kilometers. That is the Doppler curve, the first curve on the right. Is that clear for everyone? So the first one is estesa, which is the extension, and then the right one is distanza, which is the distance. So that's just the difference between the two. So the estesa is what? The length, how long the danger is going to last. Distanza is the meters remaining before we get to the danger itself. Fascia oraria di validità in ogni giorno, meaning whatever sign this Pannelli integrativi, these two will be positioned with, will either be valid for 24 hours or starting from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you see, Divieto di sosta, valid 24/7, meaning we are not allowed to park on this road. 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., meaning prohibition of transit. Okay? Prohibition of transit, valid from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's the meaning of this sign. Is that clear? Another one is 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are not allowed to use the horn on this road. Very simple. Fascia oraria di validità dei giorni festivi. What is this? Time limit for festive days. Time limit for festive days. Saturday and Sunday and other festive days. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So here it is, prohibition of transiting on festive days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's the meaning of the two signs positioned together. Is that clear to everyone? If it is clear, write something in the comment section. Write yes, so that I know you are understanding what you are being taught. Again, the divieto position together with the time, meaning prohibition of parking, divieto di sosta, on festive days. So the cross means festive days. Do not get it twisted. The cross means festive days. It does not mean a church, okay, or a cemetery. It means festive days. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We are not allowed to park on this road. Very simple. Very good. Fascia oraria di validità nei giorni lavorativi, meaning working days. Working days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. we are allowed to park here on working days, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, working days. Why am I saying working days here? Because we have two hammer that have crossed. Two hammer that have crossed. Is that clear for everyone? That two hammer means working days. Monday to Friday. Again, on working days, articulated lorries are not allowed to go straight. Okay, they are not allowed to do what? Go straight from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Very simple. But any other vehicle is allowed to go straight. A bus, a motorbike, okay? Again, prohibition of parking, working days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so the sign works exactly where it is, or the side on the side of the road where it is positioned. Limitación is limitation. What does it mean? Let's see what specifically it means when we see this sign on the road. So, when we see this kind of sign on the road, meaning prohibition of parking for who? For this kind of vehicles. Prohibition of parking for who? This kind of vehicles, which are not allowed to park on this road. That's the meaning. Is that clear? Now, what's this? You see, in this case, prohibition of what? Transit, deviatory transito. For this type of vehicles designed below the circle red, which is deviatory transito, meaning articulated lorries cannot go straight. They are under obligation to turn either to the right or to the left. Is that clear? Very simple. Do not forget we are talking about Pannelli Integrativi, which are signs that in order for them to have a complete meaning, they must or it must be added to other signs. Is that clear? Eccezione means an exception, Okay, so let's see the eccezione in reality, how we have to comport ourselves on the road. So you see, eccetto bus, meaning every other vehicle cannot pass or transit where the sign is positioned. I'm talking about the vehicles in the middle or the carreggiata in the middle. So only buses are allowed to transit on that lane or on this road. Is that clear? That's the meaning of the word eccetto. Eccetto means except buses. Only buses are allowed to pass or to transit on that road. Inizio. When the arrow goes up or goes to the left, it represents beginning. Let's take it again. When the arrow goes up or to the left, it represents what? Beginning. So let's see the kind of beginnings we could have or that are positioned on the road in reality. So here they're just making it clear for us to understand that the lane reserved for pedestrians begins here. The road reserved for pedestrians begins where? Here, because the arrow goes up. And on top, we have the obligo sign, which is the pedestrian lane. Again, the arrow goes up with a different sign. In this case, when the arrow goes up, it means beginning of what? Of the prohibition of parking. Then ahead, we see the continuation and then the end of the prohibition of parking when the arrow goes downwards. So when the arrow goes left and right, it represents a continuation of the prohibition of parking. Continuazione, continuation. When the arrow goes up and down or left and right is what? Continuazione, which is the continuation. Are you learning something? Are you being entertained? Yes or no? Talk to me. Talk to me. Are you being entertained? Yes or no? So have you understood well? Continuazione, when the arrow goes up and down or left and right, it represents what? The continuation of whatever sign it is positioned with or added with. Very good. Let's see in reality what we are actually talking about. Here it is. You see, the continuation. Okay, so I've paused it for you to watch it. The continuation. Okay, meaning prohibition of a car overtaking a car continuous also on this road. Now, all the videos, I used to pause it so that you don't see too many movements, because the movements are many, because it's an animation, so everything is moving actually. Okay, let's allow them to cross. So you see, it tries to make an overtaking. What happens? An accident. Why? Because the sign says, do not make an overtaking on this road. Before they put this sign there, they knew it is dangerous to do an overtaking. Is that clear? So let us obey the rules. Fine. When the arrow goes downwards or goes to the right, it represents the end of whatever sign it is added or attached with. So down and right means fine. Let's check it out. So you see, when it goes down with the divieto di fermata, it means before it, now we cannot stop. But after the sign, it does not work anymore. So now we cannot what? We can do fermata after the sign where the arrow goes downwards. Do you understand the difference between the red one and the blue one? Do you understand that if the arrow goes downwards, it means the prohibition of stopping, it is ended. Okay. So where it is ended, we can start to stop there. Indicatore di corsia, which is a sign that indicates the lane that we want to circulate. Very simple. Either we should go to the left or right, but this one is just showing the lane straightforward. Okay. Very good. Do not forget it is positioned exactly where you have to circulate. It does not tell you to turn to the left and right. It's just a separate lane. Segni orizzontali in rifacimento, meaning they are repainting or redesigning the signs on the road, which is called segni orizzontali. So you see, they are repainting the road signs, which means it is a cantiere stradale. So they are working on the road. And of course, passaggio obbligatorio a destra telling us to pass on the right side, of course, because on the left side, they are repainting the road signs, okay, on the pavement. Incidente, this sign, if you see it on the screen of the autostrada panels, it represents what? Accident ahead of us, or accident on the road. Meanwhile, we can use it also in the city on the floor at a distance of 100 meters distance or 150 meters distance, representing what? An accident ahead of us. So you see that it is added with the altri pericolo, which is other danger, for us to reduce our speed because of the accident ahead of us. Is that clear? Attraversamento binari, which is the crossing of different kinds of trains. I repeat, attraversamento di binari, which is the crossing of different kinds and types of trains on this road. Okay, on this road. So, in the presence of this sign, different kinds of road are doing maneuver, binari di manovra. Okay, binari di manovra. So we have to watch our speed and, of course, reduce our speed if the train is crossing. Okay. Sgombraneve in azione, which is the vehicle that cleanses the road from the ice or from the snow. Do not forget, we have to keep a distance of 20 meters distance from that vehicle. The same distance must be kept also from the vehicle that spreads salt on Do you understand what I just told you right now? Do you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, just let me know. Okay, before we move forward. So just as I was saying, I said we have to keep 20 meters distance from the vehicle that cleanses the road from the ice or from the snow. Okay, and the same distance must be kept also for the vehicles that actually spreads the salt on the road. For all those who cannot hear me anymore, you have to exit and re-enter again on the link. Okay, very good. Let's move forward. Mezzi di lavoro in azione. Mezzi di lavoro in azione. Okay, it means we are working on the road, and it also means mechanical vehicles are what working on the road or are in movement on the road. So these are what we are talking about. The vehicles that are being used to transport earth or water, or let me say autobetomiera. This is why they use this sign to represent that the area that you're about to enter, all these big vehicles are in movement in this area. Okay, so just be careful by watching your speed and stop if it is required for you to stop. Is that clear? Okay, zona soggetta ad allagamento, meaning areas whereby it is very easy for the road to be flooded. For the road to be flooded. That is zona soggetta ad allagamento. So when it rains, it easily flood the road. So this is it. Okay, in the cuneta, it easily flood. Why? Because the water becomes stagnant inside. Okay, because how the cuneta is made. So in the cuneta, in this place where the water is, because of the aquaplaning, you have to reduce your speed, not to accelerate too much. Coda, which means traffic. It means what? Traffic ahead of you or traffic on the road. Make sure you reduce your speed not to get or not to be involved in an accident or possibly exit from the corsia di Deaccelerazione. Deaccelerazione. On the right side, you can see the blue car turning. Okay, in order not to stay in line for the traffic on the road. Very good. Now, do you realize that this sign is positioned on the road with also altri pericoli? So it represents other danger. Other danger. Okay, so the danger it representing it is the traffic. Forte pioggia, meaning there is to be strong rain on this road. When there is rain or when it is raining, the road becomes slippery. So we have to watch our speed in order not to lose control of the vehicle. You see what happens there? So we have to watch our speed on this road, not to lose control. Very simple. Neve o ghiaccio, which is ice or snow. Ice or snow on the road. So this one too, when we see it on the road, it means the road becomes slippery because of the ice. In that case, reduce your speed not to lose control of your vehicle. Why? Because the road is very slippery because of the ice. Is that clear? Autocarri in rallentamento, which is articulated vehicles or camion that climbs very slowly. Camions that climbs very slowly. So we have to increase our safety distance from these vehicles so that we do not hit them on the back. Okay, so that we do not hit them on the back. So you see, the blue car is too close to the vehicle in front. It's too close. You have to increase your safety distance. Because these vehicles, when they lose control and they say they are descending, oh boy, they will crash whatever they come across. So make sure you keep a major safety distance. At least 100 meters distance should be okay. Okay? That is for your own good. Rimozione coata, meaning where this sign is positioned, by force, your vehicle will be towed from the road. I repeat, your vehicle will be towed from the road in the presence of the sign, rimozione coata. Why would they remove your vehicle by force on the road? Because you parked when you were not supposed to park, or you parked where you were not supposed to park, on the carreggiata or on the road. So your vehicle will be towed. Tornante or tornanti, meaning curves, the danger representing a curve. Tornante represents one curve. Tre tornanti represent three curves that repeats itself on the road. Three curves that repeats itself on the road. Do you understand now the meaning of tornante? Yes or no? I'm talking to you. You are not saying anything. I'm not hearing you. I'm waiting to hear from you. What are you saying? Do you understand? Are you there? Are you alive? Are you following? Let me know you are following. Madam Jane. Okay, Mr. Mike says I'm following with fire. He says I'm following with fire. Yeah, Madam Jane, it's all good. It's all good. So let's see if what I said was true. Tornante, a curve. Okay, tornante means a curve. Sharp curve on the left. Tre tornanti, what's this? Look at the tre tornanti, meaning three sharp curves. Very simple. Now, have you understood where tornante? Okay, three sharp curves. So the first one is the one we are seeing here. The second one is the one there on the left side. And the third one is the one on the right side on top. Tornante. Tre tornanti. So it's not a big deal. None of this is a big deal, actually, if you get the right teacher. If not, you sweat like I don't know what. Okay. Let's move forward. So I hope it is clear. The tornanti just represents curves. Numero progressivo tornante means curve number one. Curve number one, meaning this is the first curve, oh boy. Curve number one. Numero progressivo tornante. So I am circulating now on the first curve. That's what it means. That's the inside. That's the revelation there. You see the revelation of the sign? Tornante, primo tornante means I am circulating now on the first curve. That's all that it means. I hope you understand the vision here. So see, so what's this? What's this? What's this? You see? The first one on the left, second one on the right, third one on top. You see? Now you don't have any reason to fail. Like, you don't have any reason to fail. You can only pass. It is inevitable. You can only pass the test. Your exams. You passing the exams is inevitable. Okay. Okay. Even Italian driving school does not teach you like this. They will give you pasta and pomodoro. That's what they will give you. Okay. Polizia meccanica della strada. The vehicles that cleanses the road, okay, working from Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Working from Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Okay, Polizia meccanica della strada. So you see, we are not allowed to park there because they'll be cleaning the road on those at that specific time, Monday to Friday. Yeah. Media extra. Yeah, it's normal, you know. It is what it is. Okay. Andamento della strada principale, which is which lane has the precedence? That's the andamento della strada principale. Which one of the road has the precedence? So let's see in reality what actually these three signs means. So this is what it means. The first one with the yellow sign, which is diritto di precedenza, it means we have the right of precedence as we are going straight. And the black line is also thicker, meaning we have the right of precedence. The insignificant road are those on the left and right. I repeat, the insignificant road are those entering from the left or from the right. But we have precedenza on this intersection. And do not forget that it is in the city. So all those on all the, for example, the A, the B, and the C, the thicker line means you have the right of precedenza. Is that clear for everyone? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yes or no? If you don't understand, you can say it. If you understand also, let me know what's up. Okay. Thank you all for joining, guys. It has been a long journey. Yeah, it has been a long journey. Yet we have not finished yet. Okay, so thank you all for watching. This is the end of this topic, Pannelli Integrativi, with Marvin, the teacher. We will continue tomorrow. See you the next time. Bye-bye.